I'm Amy Cherry. Local police are rolling out an unusual visual aid to help discourage drunk driving ahead of the holiday weekend, Ben Smith reports.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is gearing up for additional patrols and enforcement over the Memorial Day weekend, says Sheriff Rick Staley.
Part of our goal is to prevent impaired driving, so we would much rather have people select a designated driver or call a taxi or an Uber.
The Sheriff's Office has given an old patrol car a new paint scheme to help with the effort.
You'll see this car around town at different static displays and driven occasionally for special events.
The front half of the car is painted like a taxi, while the back half looks like a deputy's cruiser. Staley says the message is simple.
An arrest, by the time you hire an attorney, go through the court system, is about $10,000. You can probably get a taxi ride for less than $25.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Ben Smith.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
A tornado watch is in effect here in Flagler County. This is Bob Pickering from Flagler County Emergency Services.
We are monitoring the severe weather situation from the Emergency Operations Center. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch that includes Flagler County today. The watch will end at 3 o'clock, but there's always a possibility that could be adapted or changed. So it's important for folks to stay updated on the latest information. The conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms that could produce damaging winds and also carry the risk of hail. So, folks, this is a day that you should be paying attention to the weather. It's impossible to predict exactly where severe weather will strike, if it even happens, but it's important to be paying attention to the weather and have a way to get warnings. A severe weather warning is issued. Be sure to take shelter right away as some of these storms will be moving quickly. The best way to get warnings is to be signed up on Code Red. You can also do that by going to FlaglerEmergency.com. Make sure your weather radio is working. And there's all kinds of apps that you can get for your smartphones now. So remember, a warning means that severe weather has been cited. A watch means that severe weather is possible. And we'll be watching this throughout the day here in Flagler County.
Rich Carroll, WNZF Local News.
Flagler County will honor a fallen hero. Mary Rose Hamilton has the story.
Join Flagler County at its Memorial Day ceremony at 10 a.m. Monday, May 29th, honoring Private First Class Jonathan Nate Spicer, U.S. Marine Corps and former Flagler County resident and Bunnell High School student. He was awarded the Navy Cross after he passed away for courage under fire during the Vietnam War on March 8, 1968. Randy Morris, a boyhood friend, will read the commendation. Family and friends of PFC Spicer will place a memorial wreath at the Veterans Monument. There will be a 2K run walk immediately following the ceremony. It is supported by the Flagler Sheriff Police Athletic League. Prizes will be issued for the most patriotic attire. The Memorial Day event is sponsored by the Flagler County Commission and the Flagler County Veterans Advisory Council. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Mary Rose Hamilton.
We now have the name of a generous donor who matched a $50,000 gift to the Palm Coast Arts Foundation in its latest fundraising efforts. Lindsay Florence, a longtime trustee, gave the foundation its single largest gift in the Raise the Roof campaign.
I'm just glad I was able to help Palm Coast Arts Foundation in their goals of making our community a better arts place for our citizens and our quality of life.
The money will be put towards a roof over the foundation's new outdoor concert stage in Town Center. Executive Director Nancy Crouch and President Sam Perkovich are forever grateful to Florence.
I'd like to thank our mystery donor, Lindsay Florence, for his undying support, both in person and financially, for putting up this $50,000.
Lindsay never wants any notoriety. He doesn't want any recognition. I actually had to coax him out of that, and I actually wanted him to get the recognition he so deserves.
Soon you'll see a large tent at the site until the roof can officially be raised.
A yellow-orangey type flower that really catches your eye.
You may have noticed your drive to work is a bit prettier. Belterre Parkway in Palm Coast has new landscaping along the median just north of State Route 100, heading towards Royal Palms Parkway. City architect Bill Butler led the beautification project.
Our new Tenerife canna lilies, and those things do well in a wetter area. So this part of the Belterre has a depressed median with a swale in the middle. So we wanted to get a plant that would be colorful and also take periodic inundation with water. So that seemed to be the perfect plant for that.
Next up, Butler says the city will focus on Whiteview Parkway, making it both beautiful and more practical by adding turning lanes and a gateway sign. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.